the way I understand my gender and the way that I want other people to understand my gender are two wildly different things. Because I, and certain people that I've talked to about this, understand the nuances and complicated relationships that I have with womanhood, so those are included when we think of me as a woman or say she, her. Like, those weird relationships are still understood. But almost everyone else, they don't have that, so they don't get to call me those things. To almost everyone else in real life, I am not a woman and I use they, them. But then because I will call myself a woman or use she, her, understanding the nuances of it all, I feel guilty when I feel bad about getting misgendered by people who should be using they, them and not thinking of me as a woman. I mean, they're not wrong, except they don't know they're not wrong.
Well, how do you argue with that? No, seriously, how can you argue with that? Because this lady basically, I mean, she's basically stating, without stating, that she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but she wants you all to play along so she feels better about herself, only when she's calling herself a herself, but you can't know that with being a woman, but it's all right. This is the society we live in now, where feelings trump all logic and understanding. But hey, we're not going to stop there. I say we head to the classroom to see what other stories are trending left. And of course, we know some of these crazy people are now becoming teachers and therefore forcing their bad nonsense on young, impressionable children who will then become the next voting generation. I give you Z, Zem, Zer.
A lot of people were asking in the comments of my last couple of videos about my anchor charts, so I'm going to take a minute to show you guys what I was talking about. So here you can see a couple of other anchor charts that I have for mindfulness. And then there at the top are my anchor charts about my pronouns. It says, my name is Mixed Cogdill. My pronouns are Z, Zem, Zir, and Zirs. How to refer to Mixed Cogdill. Mixed C is my teacher. Z is multilingual. Students practice and speak Spanish with Zem. Zir hobby is learning languages.
Okay. We can't get most students at a basic reading level. No one is proficient in reading these days. And yet we have this teacher out there trying to focus only on Z, Zer, Zim, Zam, Zoom, Za, Zoo, which isn't even a language. It is not English. Just teach what you are supposed to be teaching and not focusing so much on your pronouns for what you want to do and your feelings. But while some teachers may be obsessed with gender and pronouns, others are fixated on their white guilt, or should I say white guilt. In fact, one such teacher has joined a mentorship program to learn firsthand from Black women just how terrible she is and how she can stop causing damage to Black students.
I am going to be beginning a mentorship where I am under the mentorship, actually, of some very strong, professional Black women who, that's what they do. They help others learn how to unpack their white violence. And why it's important to me is professionally, I am a teacher. I'm going back to work in the fall, and I want to be the best person and teacher that I can be, and I know change begins within first. But for me, in order for me to grow and nurture these young scholars who might be Black and brown, I have to unpack that white violence, or I'm going to cause damage.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's first start with you not holding that black pen in the manner you are doing. That was rather white violent of you to do. Finally, speaking of white people being the devil, I want to introduce you to a woman who casually states, all white people are racist. That's just the way life is because you were born white. So here's the question. Does that mean that all white people can play the victim card now? Because, I mean, Lady Gaga said it. I was born this way.
All white people are racist. Every single last one of them, all of them are racist. And I don't mean that to say like every single individual white person, if I talk to you, you would have some kind of racist ideology. I'm saying that as a white person, you uphold a system of racism by literally just being white. I believe if you're not spending your literal entire life dismantling racism, then you're contributing to its continuation. Yes, you're racist. Like, okay, we've established that. Now, what are you going to do to change it?
Oh, I mean, clearly I'm going to listen to you and all of the wisdom that you are just speaking out to me. Being a white person, I am clearly racist, always have been racist, and I guess I will always be racist, even though you did say that the individual white person is like not being the racist right to you in the ideology, but it just doesn't matter. And you can't keep up with these people. They're just going to spout to the camera, much like I am doing right now. But at least I'm trying to be better for everyone, not just you white people who are racist. You're just bad, no matter what happens. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this segment. But you can be sure, there will be plenty more craziness next week. Until then, stay sane.